So we'll be starting the work.
Learning experience.
Heading the entire project.
Oh, excuse me.
बाय 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 फिर से अपने मत आओ यार
Sir. We're ready to start. Yeah. आप मेरे साथ रोड पे रहिए ताकि you can explain. So we are doing this 1, 2, 3.
And maybe if I get there, it will be, big breath to get We're going backwards.
Yeah. Ma'am, one picture.
Capture with the birthday girl.
Yeah, up.
अभी जाओ
Go with it. Go Shweta. Go fast. Fast, quickly. Excuse me, sir.
I was just waiting for everybody. Because I tend to walk pretty fast.
Yeah, slim and fit can do that.
No, it's just, I don't know, I'm always...
बेटा आप जाओगे हाँ ठीक है फिर ऑफ प्लास्टिक पैकेजिंग जो प्लास्टिक पैकेजिंग कॉस्मेटिक पैकेजिंग जो कॉस्मेटिक्स वगैरह जो बनते थे उसकी पैकेजिंग हमारे पास होती है साबुन लैंडमार्क जो बड़ी बड़ी जो लॉरियल वगैरह जो कंपनी है उसकी सब पैकेजिंग हमारे पास
All the best. All the best. Ma'am.
भी करते हम दावा भी करते हैं फूडवेज भी करते हैं वेरी गुड ऑल द बेस्ट थैंक यू सर थैंक यू वेरी मच मेक इन इंडिया हैज टू गो
Yeah, this is for your purse. For your wedding.
Very handy.
Yeah, exactly. Take more, take more.
Thank you.
I'll go.
मैम दिस इज गवर्नमेंट स्टोर
That's pretty much for any makeup lover, and I'm sure you can make a lover as well. We've got a whole lot of professional products, from eyelash color to lashes, like sublimate cream. So if you don't know, please try it. Yeah. So we are brand from LA. We are professional products. So a lot of pigments, a lot of payoff, a huge range of products. Yeah. So it's just very exciting. Please take it. Like a global
curve is like.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Maneuver the curve. Use that. Do you like this? Yes, it's very easy to do.
The picture? Just explain about your product.
Excuse me, ma'am. Malaika ji.
Yeah, we're promoting products, toiletries, personal care, people find fragrance. Right now we have something like Arora by Chanel, and then we're doing Bulgari, getting back.
What is your favorite? Sankalp, अच्छा जगह क्या? मैम इसके संकल्प.
Wow. You just made my day.
And also,
Lovely. Green? Is it green? Okay, lovely. Like this one. I would love to, since I like anything I do.
and Akshay Kumar is famous after his bedtime video.
I really like anything. But I really like to come to
So that's the image of the resort. That's what it looks like.
जरा हट जाओ उधर से हट जाओ मैम थोड़ा राइट
थोड़ी सी आगे दे मोबाइल थोड़ा पीछे हो ना
बस ऐसे ही रहो थोड़ा सा कैमरा पीछे करो
नीचे नीचे यहाँ पे नीचे
यस कटिंग थैंक यू
Right. Okay, good. Thank you so much.
Side.
चलो चलो सीधे पीछे
ते झाला आतमधून फिरून आली ती फिरून आली आतमधून चल बेटा
सामने नहीं प्लीज हेलो ऐसे चिल्ला दादा प्लीज ए विजय प्लीज ए ओए हीरो गाड़ी में घुमाइए अरे हेलो निकेश फोटो
ओ कैमरा
अरे हेलो कैमरा के सामने क्यों आ रहे हो?
ये किसका गिरा है? क्या नाम कौन है?
हाँ मेरा
तेरा हाँ तेरा
कैब गिरा क्या बोलो? मेरा कैब 2 महीने से आज मिल जाएगा।
मोबाईल हॅलो मोबाईल
थँक्यू सो मच. ठीक आहे तुमचा आभारी आहे आम्ही.
मंडळ आभारी आहे.
My sincere thanks to all dignitaries for helping us kickstart this momentous occasion.
Firstly, very good morning to everybody present over here. I'd like to take this moment to thank Sajid Bhai, Himanshu, everybody at Sumansa for inviting me, for giving me this honor of being a brand ambassador of Beauty India, their maiden venture, the first of its kind. And I'm really glad that it's happening in Amchi, Mumbai, and I hope to see more of it all over the country. And like our very, very illustrious panel on the dais said, that we want to see this compete with some of the heavyweights around the world. I look forward to that. Of course, with all that was said by our very high-rung people in the business, I really have nothing much to add to what they said. But when it comes to beauty and hair and the business that we work in, I wouldn't be able to be here on time, the way we look and the way we are put together, hadn't it been for those wonderful people in the beauty and hair business, because they are the ones who put us together and make sure that we are looking our best and on time. So I have immense pride and immense gratitude towards the beauty and hair business, because we are nothing without them. They are really what helps us be what you see on screen. So a huge heartfelt thank you to every one of you that work in the beauty and hair business. And of course, this is a maiden venture, and I want to see it grow. I want to see it be something to really reckon with all the kind of power behind it, all the kind of media support that's going to be behind it. I'm sure Beauty India will be a product, a platform to reckon with. So I wish each one of you all the very best. I'm not sure how many stalls are here today. Sajid Bhai, how many? 77. So I hope next year we see exactly double the number of stalls. That would mean that there is definitely a leap, an interest, and whatever Sajid Bhai and his entire team are doing over here, that means that you guys are headed in the right direction. So I wish each one of you all the very best. Have a wonderful day. And God bless. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Malaika. Having heard from our honorable speakers today, I'd now like to invite Mr. Himanshu Gupta, General Manager, Sales and Marketing, B2B Events, Sumansa Exhibitions.
The organizers of this beautiful Beauty India show show you that your words of encouragement would guide us and motivate us in achieving greater heights in our future endeavors too. I also wish to express my gratitude to the members of the press for being there today and gracing the inaugural function. Ladies and gentlemen, once again I want to state that we are most grateful to all the speakers on this stage.
Of your beauty, and could you give some two or three tips to the end users, the readers?
Secret. In fact, a lot of the products that I see here today, a lot of the stalls are some of the products that I personally use. So they're all part of my daily routine. Lakme is something that I pretty much started off my career with. I did so much of work initially with Lakme, so Lakme is part and parcel of my growth in this business. And I think beauty secrets, I think, like they say, eventually it's all in your genes, right? All the products help you enhance it, but it's all in your genes. But thank you so much for that compliment nevertheless. And tips तो मेरे पास तो है नहीं कोई tips. All I would say is go use all the products, try those products. I'm sure have more stalls over here, so that way you'll also be more aware of what's happening in terms of the beauty business. And yeah, those are all the tips that I could really give you, sir.
I have three questions. I'll start off with Mrs. Anand. Let me know, I mean, you started off almost 25 years ago. Your products are more, has been traditional, and it has been more of a traditional and a lower middle class sort of an audience product. So, Mrs. Kajal Anand, I would like you to answer that. So, how do you look at it 25, 30 years later? Where do you stand? Are you happy with the way the beauty industry is moving?
Well, let me tell you, down the line, 25 to 30 years, I don't know whether I would be living, but of course, the legacy will be there behind, and the small scale today will have grown a much, you know, they will be much more with all the beauty products, what they're going to come in, following the pioneers in the field of cosmetics. And we at the association level are trying to groom our manufacturers, though we are at the moment an unorganized sector, but gradually everything is getting organized, and we have bought into a lot of improvements, and we see that further too.
The other question is to Mrs. Arora Khan. You started off your modeling career somewhere precisely in the 90s with the MR Coffee ad. That's the time when we really saw you there and you made a launch. I would like to know, are you happy with the way the industry, it's just a takeoff question from her. How has it evolved? I mean, at that time it was more of an MR Coffee ad, you went into modeling. Today you are more into a style icon, and people look at you, people wait for you to dress up and look good. I mean, you've been doing that on and off of the screen. So what's your take on the present industry?
Well, firstly, sir, yes, I started off in the 90s, so it's been a long way, a long journey for all of us sitting over here. I would definitely think that we've definitely evolved. I think we all believe, I mean, we work with the belief that we all evolve, and so has the industry, because if we don't evolve, then I think there is a problem. We're just going to be stuck in a rut. We've come a long way. I think the industry is far more organized than what it used to be. Yes, there's still a long way where we all have to grow, but you always have to leave space for that growth. And I definitely feel really happy and proud to say that now I'm really part of an industry that is really organized. I mean, earlier I remember it was sab kuch khud karna padta hai. I mean, now it's not like that. Now it is a full-fledged industry, and with a lot more happening and a lot more available. A lot of investment in it, so I think now everybody takes it seriously. You really do take it as a flourishing industry, and it's not something that you can take lightly. So I'm glad that I'm part of, and very proud to be part of this industry.
Have you been a part of any organization's consultancy, I mean, outfit where your views are being taken and they would like you to?
Yes, well, I am a creative head and consultant on the Label Life, which is an online outfit that we have, where we cater to all sorts of women online, shoppers online, where we cater right from clothing to lifestyle, home style, accessories. We cater to all of that. So yes, I'm very much part of that outfit, and I love it. It's very creative for me, and the online business is a fast growing business, as everybody is aware. So yes, that's what I'm actively involved with.
Thank you. My last question is to Mr. Himanshu Gupta. Mrs. Kajal Anand did talk about that she had been to one of those foreign locations where she saw that there was no Indian brands. Today, that was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Today, in this exhibition, what is the ratio of the Indian brands and the foreign brands here?
Yeah, so today, being the maiden edition, largely there are Indian companies who are participating. Having said that, the ratio-wise, about 95% would be Indian and 5% would be international. But even in that 5%, there are about companies from Korea, from China, from Poland, Indonesia. So still that mix is there. So in fact, in the international domain, they normally first look at the first edition, and subsequently their participation increases from the second edition onwards. That's the norm. So currently it is there, but going forward that ratio will change drastically.
Any expectation from these stalls in terms of sales or distribution setup to be built up? Any projections?
We have good queries already before the show. We have got very nice pre-registrations which have happened. We have got visitor inquiries for particular stalls. So that will be happening during the 3 days of the exhibition, sir.
Any more questions?
You know, I can go on and say, oh, beauty is skin deep and beauty is inner beauty and all of that jazz. But let's just be honest, I grew up being told that I'm not very beautiful. So, and I think that's a typical, you know, thing that you have because we live in pretty color obsessed country, and I have a younger sister who's really, as you in India, badi gori chitti hai and or aap badi savli ho. So I've grown up being always told that, you know, oh, you know, so yes, so you grew up with these kind of insecurities as kids. But somewhere I think, I thank my parents for that. I thank my mother for that, who never ever made me feel any different. She always said that in her eyes I'm the most beautiful. So whether you are dark or whether you are fair or whether you're round or square or tall or short shouldn't really be the criteria of being beautiful. At the end of the day, you got to feel confident, and for me, that is what is beautiful. If you're confident, if you can carry that confidence, if you can go out in the world and make a name for yourself, irrespective, I think for me that is something that you could really talk about more than anything else.
Thank you. Can we have one last question, please?
Yes. We are from the blog The Desi Divas, and my question is to Mr. Shenoy. Well, actually, we've seen Lakme pioneering the beauty products in India and how it has evolved over the years. However, there has been, the brand is not being visible internationally when we go out abroad. There are always, we are seeing from lately so many years that so many international brands that has penetrated the market in India, but then however Lakme is not reaching out to the Indian consumers abroad. So what's your strategy for that in the coming years?
So I'm not the best person to answer the question on products. I handle the salons business. I handle Lakme Lever. Having said that, the brand has made a foray into markets where there is a very strong Indian diaspora. So markets like the Middle East and other parts of the world where there is a very strong Indian diaspora, the brand has now a strong presence. I would like to answer the second part of your question, which is about international brands coming into India. See, at Lakme, we believe in being close to and understanding our consumer really well, right? So whatever happens and whatever are the choices for that consumer, if we understand our consumer well, we will always be more relevant because we will be ahead of what she aspires to be, right? At Lakme, we have the unique advantage of running the backstage of Lakme Fashion Week, where we understand, we work with, we create trends, right? So trends in hair, makeup and beauty are created there, and then we bring them into our salons. That helps us be ahead of trend, right? So that, you know, tells you why we are not that worried about who comes in as long as we are close to our consumer.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, one. Yeah, this side, sorry.
Sure. One last question, please.
Yeah, my question is for Malaika ji. Yeah, on your right side, extreme. Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Ariman here. You've been a style icon, you endorse a lot of beauty brands also. Within the Bollywood industry, who do you feel, besides you, are the most natural beauties of Bollywood and why? Besides Kareena Kapoor.
You answered everything. You said besides this, besides that, but
No,
I'm left with really nothing much to say.
Natural beauties besides Kareena Kapoor, you can always talk on her also.
No. But I genuinely think she is one of the most natural beauties. That's probably why she is also part of the Lakme family. For me, my eternal favorite is Madhuri Dixit. I've always loved her for everything. I think she's just amazing. And who else? I think Deepika. I think these are the ones who really are naturally beautiful, according to me. Sorry? What are the features of them that stand out for me? I think for me it's where it's not about features for me. I mean, you ask a guy a question like that, and the guy will tell you, "Oh, I like her eyes, or I like her mouth, or a smile." Not a woman. You shouldn't be asking me that. But I would say, I think a woman, if she can look great with makeup and without makeup, for me is sensational.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Media.
tell me. A businesswoman. Well, I'm getting there. I can't say that I've conquered that area of being a businesswoman. I'm still learning the ropes. I'm still pretty a novice at it, but I am, and I'm enjoying it. So yes, I think it's something which is very inherent in me. I never realized that I had that aspect in me till I actually ventured. So yes, now I'm doing I'm into clothing, etc. with the label life.com. But eventually, my dream is also to have a restaurant someday. So yeah, so yes, the business side of me will be tapped a little more than necessary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. Keep shopping.
On behalf of Sumansa Exhibitions, I'd like to thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Have a great day and do take a tour of the lovely exhibition. For any interview questions, kindly get in touch with our PR team. Thank you once again for all your support.
Well, this is Beauty India's first maiden venture, and I'm really glad that I can be part of it. I'm brand ambassador of Beauty India, and we look forward to a really successful relationship here. And I wish it all the very best. And like they said, we have 77 stalls in our first year. I'm hoping by next year that we not just double, that we should have 5 times more stalls. So I wish Beauty India all the very best.
मैम कुछ ऐसी टिप्स आप देना चाहे हमारे दर्शकों के लिए कि आप इतने ब्यूटीफुल हैं तो कुछ टिप्स देना चाहे आप
फर्स्टली जब कोई कहता है कि आप ब्यूटीफुल हो, यू शुड से थैंक यू वेरी मच. टिप्स मतलब देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सो थैंक यू. आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी sweet compliment, and keep it simple, and summer's here, so stay hydrated and stay fresh.
मैम एक सवाल है मैम कपिल शर्मा और ग्लोबल स्टारडम आने के